Dude, the world is full of pussies.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So when we're talking about unemployment, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about you don't have to do shit. So when I was a kid, now I've never had it, but when I was a kid, I know how it works. You had to go wait in the unemployment line, right? It was like a running gag. Oh, shit. What are you doing today? Down to unemployment. Now, highly inefficient. I get it. But what they flipped to is insanity. What they flipped to is there's no shame in anything anymore. There's no judgment in anything. So when there's no shame and there's no judgment, people don't feel shame and don't feel judged for having done it. And so, I mean, it used to be that going to the unemployment department wasn't at all a badge of honor, right? It was like, man, they were in shitty parts of town. They would be off to the sides in a lot of buildings and a lot of strip malls, right? Because you didn't want to, if you could help it, you didn't want to be seen walking in there. And now they're like fast food restaurants, right? There's just nothing to them. And really, you don't even have to go to them. Everything's done online, and you just go through and you push the button telling them that you went and looked for work, and they send you the fucking check, and that's all there is to it. There's no checking in. Yeah, we used to have to check in with but I know lots of unemployed people and how the system worked. You had to check in with your boy, and how many jobs did you look for this week?
How many places did you apply
and
for?
I went here, and you could bullshit them, but you had to be legit, and it had to sound plausible, and there was a level of responsibility. You were held accountable. Now it's push some button.
Yeah.
So it's a joke. It just is like everything else in society today. It's just a joke, which is why I think it is that much easier to find success.
Yeah.
To be successful, because I think so many people are so lazy that they can't get out of their own goddamn ways. My favorite ones are the people that are lazy that think they work hard. That's my favorite people, right? That's the ones who during this downturn aren't even out looking for it because there's no work.
It's just it.
Right?
Boom.
Anyway, every Taco Bell doesn't have enough people working at it. Every fast food joint doesn't have enough people working at it. I'm not going to work fast food. I would, not ruin my check. How many times have we heard that? We've talked about this. We ruin my check. It's like, ruin my check. I can't believe we're even talking about ruining my check.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
You know what I mean by ruining my check? I don't want to go get a job, so I give up the free money you're giving me because I have no pride in myself or my family. I have I have no responsibility for them. I'm not showing anybody how responsible I am. I'm not being the example that I should be. I'm just on the tit, and this is what I'm teaching anybody and everybody around me. And God forbid it's my children, because that shit never goes away. As we've talked about all the time, it's impossible to break, and it just goes on for fucking ever.
Well, to play devil's advocate here is a very reasonable proposition for a lot of people. I mean, they went from never making over $2,000 in their life, and now they're making $3,000 a month to sit at home. Plus, if you go get a job, you're making a third less.
Which is why they only make $2,000 in their lives.
Yeah.
Totally. I agree with you. I think that's a reasonable argument, right? Yeah. Why, if I was working 40 hours a week for $2,000 a month, can I work 0 hours a week and make $3,000? Well, everybody's going to pick 3,000 for the most part.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think you would.
Nope.
I'd go find a fucking job and make $2,000 because I earned that money. And the reason why you're only making $2,000 a month in large part is going to be because you would sit on your ass when you were getting paid $3 to do nothing.
Yep.
Plain and simple. So I agree. Or I think we agree on that wholeheartedly. And the government fucked it all up by giving away free money. Free money only ruins people. It doesn't help. It never, ever, ever does free anything help. In particular, does free anything help when the government gives it.
Yeah. That's funny. They knew this would happen too. I was watching the hearings and stuff that they were doing when passing this stimulus package, and they were openly debating and bringing up these points that if you give somebody who makes $300 to whatever $600 a week, $3,000 a month, then they're gonna not want to go back to work.
Right.
And then below,
we had a couple
of people did.
We had a couple of employees right there at the end, right in July when it was going to be turned off, that were like, yeah, I'll start working next week because the thing turns off on Friday or Saturday or whatever day it was. We had 2 separate ones. And then when they extended it, they're like, yeah, well, we ain't coming to work.